They're going to go nuts when he hits this thing.
As Tiger Woods raised the roof at the loudest hole in golf, he was also raising the bar for the next generation of players on the PGA Tour.
I grew up watching him win majors and be the #1 player in the world and just dominate, and we all tried to mimic his golf game. He changed the sport, he really did.
I've grown up in the game watching his whole career, idolizing his every move, wanting to be like him as a golfer in every way. I've dreamt about being a PGA Tour player since I was a little kid, and I was inspired by Tiger Woods because he was one of the greatest to ever play the game.
Patrick Rodgers' pursuit of this dream began in earnest in middle school.
Here's a kid that at 14 years old basically had put together an entire stat book of every single stat on the PGA Tour, and he was tracking where his game fit in relationship to that. To see that from a kid that young, it was very eye-opening to me.
I've always had the vision of the golfer that I want to be. It's motivated me when I was sitting in school dreaming about winning a major championship or playing PGA Tour golf.
This vision became even more clear as he rose through the ranks of junior golf.
Patrick was just coming out of high school and he was on the Walker Cup. Him and Jordan Spieth were the same year, and I was blown away by how mature these guys were. I just graduated from Georgia, about to turn pro myself, and I was like, wow, these guys are as ready to go on the PGA Tour as I am.
But before taking his game to golf's highest level, Rodgers first chose to follow in Tiger's footsteps.
I've always wanted to be around the best. That's why I went to Stanford. Felt like they had the best players, the best coaches, the best facilities.
There's really no better place to prepare for professional golf than here at Stanford. They've developed me as a player and as a person much faster than I could have ever anticipated.
He's a student of the game. He eats, breathes, sleeps, drinks, golf, and winning. So he doesn't really settle for just being good at some things and not so great at others, and he'll use that to his advantage.
Rodgers' dedication to his game led to a decorated collegiate career, as he was named a 3-time first-team All-America, won the 2014 Nicklaus Award as the nation's top Division I golfer, and won the 2014 Hogan Award, which earned him an exemption onto the PGA Tour in 2015. In his 3 years at Stanford, Rodgers broke Tiger's mark for career scoring average and tied his school record with 11 wins.
Records are made to be broken. What's neat about Patrick is that he did it in so many different categories. It's been fun to see what his statistics have kind of displayed, and he's got all those tools to have a great and a very successful career on the PGA Tour.
So many people fully expect Patrick to win in this coming season.
He really doesn't have any weaknesses. That really speaks testament to how much he works. He's got an unbelievable work ethic. I have complete belief that I can have a ton of success on the PGA Tour, and that really has never wavered. But at the same time, this is not a time to relax and feel good about life because I've made it to the PGA Tour. Now is the time, more than ever, to put in the effort to be great at this game.
I do this before I play every day. So this is what I do in the gym on tour. Instead of like static stretching, it's all fairly dynamic. So you work on your range of motion while you have a lot of blood flow.
Tiger's talked about this forever. I want to be better on the 72nd hole than my playing partner. It's gaining a competitive advantage through being physically better. All of those things are critical in becoming a great player and gaining a small advantage on the people I'm playing against.
Nothing in and of itself is that difficult. Most everyone can do a push-up or a squat or a lunge or a sit-up. But put them all together and the pace of it, that's what makes it difficult.
I want to do everything in my power to become the best player that I can.
Whew.
As Rodgers prepares himself to become the player he envisions himself being, it's impossible to ignore the early similarities between him and the player who inspired his passion for the game.
I know how competitive he really is and how much he really wants it, and when I've seen him perform his best, he definitely has a smile on his face and he's really eating up the opportunity and relishing in that.
To be out here and be with the guys who I looked up to for my whole life, it's a dream come true. But this is just the beginning. If I continue to do the things that have got me here, successes that may seem impossible right now are made possible by that amount of effort.